We welcome you back to Buzz Bowling Arena. It is time now for the senior night game for the boys. Conway and Little Rock Catholic, these longtime rivals, played each other 10 years ago for the state championship, 2008. A game that Little Rock Catholic won their only state championship, and that group of sophomores came back a couple years later and won a state title for Conway. But this has always been a team that Conway has had some great battles with. This year, the Rockets are struggling. They're 7-17 overall. They are 1-11 in conference play. They beat Cabot in week 1 of conference play, 43-32. Held Cabot to 32 points, which is their MO. I mean, to play defense that allows for not a lot of points to be scored.
It seems like such an outlier now. At the time, we thought, hey, Catholic, they might be pretty good this year.
And they've lost 11 games in a row since then. So 1-11 for Coach Todd Ezai. And the Wampus Cats come in on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to Northside 51-45 and then lost to Central 61-56. Both games that they were in played good enough to win but just couldn't get over the hump and get the victory when they needed it. They put themselves in a position, though, if they win tonight and they can get some help from North Little Rock, then they will be playing for the number 3 seed on Friday night at Bryant. First things first, though, got to get a win tonight against Catholic. And here are the 5 that Coach Salty Longing is going to send out. They are Kylan Milton, Caleb London, and then 3 seniors. Number 5, Jalen Fulton getting the start tonight, the 6-foot senior, along with Scott Ashby, the 5'9 senior guard, and the 6'7 senior center, Blake Bradshaw. The other seniors, of course, are Joe Thomas, who has had limited minutes this year, came from the football team, but also then Stuart Lowe, who is injured and not able to play in the rest of his senior season, and he is here, of course, tonight rooting on his teammates. So the Wampus Cats, 15-9 overall. They are 6-6 in conference play. They are 1 game behind Bryant. Bryant again playing at North Little Rock tonight. Because the girls' game ended so quickly, our game is going to start well before their boys' game starts. So we'll keep an eye on the scores. Again, we're rooting for North Little Rock tonight. That would be a big help because then it's really going to be head-to-head matchup against Bryant to see who is the number 3 seed in the 7A state tournament next week in North Little Rock.
We talked about how simple it was for the Lady Cats, their scenarios, but really it's just as simple for Conway. Just take care of business these next 2 games, and you're not only are you in the playoffs, but you're going to put yourself in a good seeding position if you can do that.
Win the next 2, and they're the 3 seed. You're right.
Yeah.
It is that simple. It doesn't matter. Margin of victory is not going to matter or anything else. Win the next 2, and you're in. I say that. Now, if Bryant were to knock off North Little Rock tonight, it might get a little tricky with 2 teams that could be tied there if Conway were to beat Bryant on Friday night, but we're way out ahead of ourselves.
Right.
First things, it's been my life, though, today, as I've been trying to play through all these scenarios.
You were like Carrie on Homeland in her den where she's got like all the red lines going across pictures and all the maps and stuff. You looked a little out there when you showed up today.
I felt a little out there when I showed up today. Feel a little out there still. Jalen Fulton was way out there, knocked down a 3-pointer. The senior getting the start tonight and gets the first 3 points of the game. We're a minute in. Catholic will spread the floor. They will run that backdoor cut often. And you will see it. Peter Fitz with the shot that misses there. Jalen Fulton has it knocked away. Stolen by Charles Daniel. Outlet pass to Josh Dawson. Dawson in the lane. Can't get it to fall. These 2 teams played about a month ago, and it was a 61-48 win for the Wampus Cats. Jalen Fulton, too strong on the second attempt of a 3-pointer.
He's coming out firing tonight on senior night.
Hey, getting a chance to start. Shooter's going to shoot. Charge. Slow charge call, but a charge call nonetheless.
Yeah, man, they're still talking about it, too. The ref on the backside, it looked like he was going to call a foul on Ashby.
Yeah.
But he deferred to the front line judge, or I don't know what you call him, the baseline referee.
You mentioned Scott Ashby, and I know that he's the feature Wampus Cat in your story this week in 501, and you and I talked about him a little bit. And one of the things that as I was visiting with you and just kind of doing some research and watching this team, I was watching what Scott does on the court all the time and watching the way that he passes and moves without the basketball. And I don't think I've given him enough credit this year for being someone who is really, really good at that,
Well, one thing that we've talked about a little bit and that I'm going to highlight in this story is he wasn't starting at the beginning of the season.
That's right.
He worked his way into the starting position during conference play. So, I mean, it was pretty late in the season, but he certainly earned it.
Caleb London to the basket, can't get it to go. 3-0, we've played 2.5 minutes. That's Charles Daniel, Josh Dawson, Jordan Eddington, Peter Fitz, and John Chase, the other Rockets on the court for Coach Todd Ezai. His dad is the athletic director and longtime coach. Just inside the three-point line, the basket is good by Josh Dawson. Jalen Fulton out to Caleb London. Correction, Kylan Milton. I think this far in the season. This is why my eyes were crossing today. Can't even tell our guys apart on the court. There's Caleb London.
Well, you got used to being so close Friday night at
That
Central.
is true. We were really close.
The ones and zeros are easier to tell apart when you're further back or closer.
4.5 to play, opening quarter. Foul will be called. Not sure what the foul was.
I think they were calling it on Fitz for a little push-off.
All right.
Coach Ezzy is looking for an explanation there as well.
It might have been it was a 5-second call.
Oh.
There's still just one team foul, and he held up a 5, but I thought there's no number 5 on their team, much less on the court.
Well, I was watching Fitz, and he was giving a little arm action out there.
Terry Clardy at the scorer's table along with Christian Williams. They're set to come in. Good catch by Bradshaw. Out to Ashby. That one's knocked away. Good defense by Brian Flanagan just in the game. And Ashby will be called for the foul. And we'll see Christian Williams and Terry Clardy come in. A couple of juniors on senior night. Caleb London and Jalen Fulton out. Coach Longing already losing the jacket tonight on senior night. And it may be because it's warm, too.
It is warm. It's been unusually warm for February. Felt more like April.
We cross the halfway mark. Low scoring, which is what you'd come to expect for the game against Catholic.
Yeah, you don't need to be too frustrated as a Conway fan tonight because even though we have had some single-digit quarters, it's not that unusual when you're playing against this Catholic squad.
No, they regularly play games that end in the 40s for both teams, which obviously spread it over 4 quarters. Going to probably have a few single-digit quarters in there. Lerome Thompson checks in. Braxton Funk into the game for the Rockets. Also in, Ja'Kylan Kaiser. So Kylan Milton, the only starter on the court. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Stolen away by the aforementioned Kylan Milton. Kylan! Oh, can't get it to go. Acrobatic shot. Charles Daniel.
I give the move a 9 to finish a 1. But nice move, like you said.
Eddington. Oh, knocked loose. Terry Clardy got a hand in there. Great defensive play. Christian Williams. He'll force the action.
Oh. The official took one to the looked like the face.
Seemed
there.
like it. 3 minutes, 2:59 to play.
Well, sometimes when you play Catholic, it can feel more like a contact sport.
Now that is true.
Of course, Stats always likes to bring up the, I think it was the 08-09 season when Conway, really good basketball team then, but lost to Catholic 3 times, including a loss in the state championship game. Stats brings that up every time we talk about Catholic. we don't even have to be playing them.
Charles Daniel hits the shot. Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
Whoa!
Island Milton, who would have been 7 10 years ago. But it was the 2008 state championship game that Catholic knocked off Conway. And I had forgotten until we did some research today on that. You know, the girls won. So we had a chance to win both state titles that year and got real close.
I was in college at the time, and I remember them winning, and then I'm blanking on her name, the coach, the longtime Lady Cat.
Janet Taylor.
Yeah, Coach Taylor came and spoke to the Arkansas Sports Writers, Sportscasters luncheon and brought some of the seniors with her.
Daniel, nice job to keep his dribble. Gives the ball up to John Chase. 5-4.
Whoa.
What'd you see?
Daniel pushing on our man Christian Williams, and he was talking to the ref about it.
Terry Clardy comes out of there. Kylan Kaiser. Dish to Christian Williams. He's much too close. There he goes.
Smart move by Kaiser to make sure he didn't end up in a charge there.
And a 7-4 lead for the Wampus Cats and 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Back in half a minute on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Your life is about to change forever, and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise, Conway Regional.
Minute 48 to go. We are in the first quarter. 7-4. Kind of what you expect.
Yeah, not much to talk about in terms of stats. Jalen Fulton leading the way with that three-pointer. He had to start the action for Conway, and then you got Milton and Williams each with 2.
You see the large man who has been over talking to some of the Catholic high school Rockets. You'll see him when the camera goes back the other way. That is, of course, Joe Klein, former Razorback, former NBA player. He has a son on the team and helps out Coach Todd Ezai. At the line is Brian Flanagan.
I listened really closely that time when you said Coach Ezai's name, because I said Ezzy earlier.
Yeah, no, and that's, trust me, just because his dad was the coach before, 17 years of, there's been, and there is the curtain, the curtain of distraction has made its way.
Oh, man.
Something that's very well known. I believe Arizona State does it. We'll have to keep an eye on that if we have any more free throws. Now I'm rooting for a free throw in the first half. Arizona State, I believe, is the one that got that to be a thing. Shot is no good. And there was one time when the curtain of distraction included Michael Phelps and the rest of Michael Phelps, along with the Arizona State men's swim team.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were behind the curtain of distraction in their swim Speedos.
Yes.
That was just some sort of head on a character.
It looked like
here we go.
Uh-oh.
The curtain of distraction.
Joker.
Oh, it is the
Joker face.
So the curtain of distraction, you can see it there just to the left.
They're having some issues, with hanging it.
There it is.
But they're working on it. Here it comes, Joker face.
There it is. Distraction. It didn't quite work.
It's the thought that counts.
I am, of all the things we've seen the Classy students do, the curtain of distraction making an appearance tonight might be one of my favorite things they've ever done. The Classy students will have to, that's good. That's good stuff there. A minute to go. It's 8-7. That's not good stuff. That means that Conway is losing by a point. Christian Williams, shot doesn't go. And Charles Daniel comes out with it. .50 seconds to go as we are in the first quarter. That's Jacob Pruss. The ball off to Warren Hired. And a foul. Going to be on Terry Clardy, his second. That's going to bring Blake Bradshaw back in. Clardy had 6 team fouls, which means every foul the rest of the half will bring the curtain of distraction with it.
Goodness.
Only 1 called against Catholic so far. Trying to get the ball in bounds. They do. 3-point attempt. No good. Front of the rim. Lerome Thompson coming out of there quick. Trying to push the action here, and it's hard to do against Catholic. You easily fall into their pace. 8-7, 20 seconds to go.
Nice.
And 1. The body control of Caleb London, as good as anybody we've seen come through here. 9-8. Basket by London, his first 2 points of the night. Two-point lead now for the Wampus Cats, 10-8. A timeout. Had to call it. Good defensive pressure on the inbounds play by the Wampus Cats, and Rockets had to burn a timeout there. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5. How about the courtside Cats with some Macarena? Totally approve of the Macarena. 16 seconds to go in the first quarter. Catholic had to burn a timeout to get the ball in bounds, and they do. Conway up 10-8. Cats looking to get a win and then take on Bryant on Friday night and try to get the 3 seed. North Little Rock and Fort Smith Northside, they have wrapped up the top 2 seeds and therefore the byes. Who will have what, we don't know yet, but they have clinched 1 and 2. All right, we're through 1 quarter. Conway leads Catholic 10-8. We'll take 60 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Hey, did you know that Legacy Fencing was voted as the best of the best in Faulkner County? Of course I did. Everybody knows that. Did you know Legacy Fencing is still the best of the best in Faulkner County?
Of course I do. Everybody knows that. Some things just don't change.
While most things change, Legacy Fencing continues to be the fencing company that the people of Conway trust.
Legacy Fencing, it's fencing for a lifetime.
Looking to make your truck stand out from the rest? US Truck offers a variety of accessories to fit your needs. Tonneau covers, camper shells, toolboxes, bed liners, Nerf bars and running boards, trailer hitches, lift kits, and much, much more. We offer top quality products at a fair price with installation available. Oh, and ask about our military and senior discounts. US Truck Accessories, 1335 East Oak Street in Conway. Work hard, play hard.
All right, 10-8, low scoring first quarter, but we're glad that the score is 10-8.
Yeah, and like we said, it's not uncommon when you're playing Catholic because of the way they just pass the ball, grind it out a little bit. So not to be too unexpected here. First quarter stats for you. 2 Wampus Cats leading the way with 3 points each. Caleb London and Jalen Fulton. And then your other scoring coming from Colin Milton with the big dunk and Christian Williams with a putback. Conway shooting 36% from the field.
A little faster movement of the basketball. It's opening possession of the second quarter.
One thing to watch, Catholic 4-4 from the free throw line and with 6 fouls here in the second quarter against Conway. They're probably going to see the line a lot here in the rest of the first half.
And another timeout used? Or a foul? Nope, there is a timeout. All right, well, that's unusual. Timeout called. They're only going to have a couple left for the entire game. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Steve's Auto Center is dedicated to getting your vehicle safely back on the road. From fender benders to a major collision, we offer the area's most advanced auto body repair services. With expert workmanship and the highest quality materials and paints available, we strive to exceed your expectations. And count on us for Central Arkansas's best towing and recovery services. We'll travel anywhere in the state at any time to rescue your equipment.
Come to Steve's Auto Center for all your automotive needs.
So 10-8 is our score. Some other numbers: 6 team fouls against Conway, 2 against Catholic. Conway hasn't used a timeout yet, so they've got 5. Catholic's used 3. They only have 2 left the whole game. And it's not like this is 54-7 at halftime.
Right, yeah.
They might need those timeouts late.
A lot of game left. So in a close, low-scoring affair like you expect it might end up being, it's an advantage for Conway.
Kicking it back out. Fitz. Left side to Chase. Chase. Good strong move in the lane. John Chase got it to go. Under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Jalen Fulton dribbles in. Shot is too strong. He misses the open jumper. Made his way to be open. It was a good move with the basketball. Whistle on a foul. And the curtain of distinction. Of the distinction.
Of distinction.
It is the curtain of distinction.
Yeah, it might be
the
that
curtain
too.
of distraction. They're getting ready. All right, this is it. Do we have a camera on them? They're calling the Hogs. That's got to be distracting. Oh, it's a little bitty basket.
Oh, and he's got the hat, the hog hat on as well.
Oh, that's what it is. And I believe that was Will Kennedy. Yeah, there's Will Kennedy holding a small basket. Even if it doesn't work, I love it. I couldn't be more pro curtain of distraction. 12-10. Catholic has the lead. Entry pass to Bradshaw. Blake spins. That left-handed jump shot just a little too short. 6.5 to go. We are in the second quarter. 2-point lead for Catholic. They have an 11-game losing streak. Conway's lost 2 in a row. Scott Ashby with the rebound. Outlet pass to Christian Williams. 2-on-1. Good idea. The alley-oop to Bradshaw. They're talking about it.
Bradshaw's like, look, I know I'm tall, but
Did they all watch the dunk contest over the weekend? Got some ideas, Black Panther masks and whatnot. Going to be the third team foul. That's it, called so far on the Rockets. Blake will throw it in. Conway trailing by 2. Catholic basketball is the equivalent to Cabot football, where they control so much of the pace, and you have to find a way to play your game. Milton, off the left hand, won't go. Kylan Milton, good move to the basket, but can't get the shot to fall. 5.5 to play. First half. It is senior night. Charles Daniel, entry pass to Eddington. Jordan Eddington kicks it back out. Finger roll, no good. Christian Williams with the board. Christian will slow it down. Fulton, Ashby, entry pass to Bradshaw. Going to be a charge. First on Bradshaw, but that is the 8th team foul. Player control, so there's no free throws that come with that, so the curtain of distraction will stay closed. I've never known our student section to change ends of the court. I don't know that they would do that tonight. Probably not, so we better get all the curtain of distraction in we can now.
You never know, though. We didn't expect the curtain.
That's true.
So I wouldn't put it past them.
There's plenty of room in the visiting student section.
Yes, Catholic did not travel well tonight.
Not tonight. No, they normally do, but not tonight.
Tuesday night.
I mean, a lot of people have Olympic fever. I mean, they may have stayed home.
I heard that there's a big test tomorrow in homeroom at Catholic.
Is
so
there a big test in homeroom? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Christian Williams for three. Back of the rim, no good. Great rebound by Lerome Thompson. Keeps the play alive. There's Ja'Kylan Kaiser on the court, but not able to do anything with it. So we are at the halfway mark of the second quarter. Daniel gets it. It was 10-8 Conway at the end of the first quarter. It's 12-10 now. That means they've outscored us 4-0 in the second quarter. So we got to get some points on the board. 3:50 to go. Clock ticked down to 3:49. It's 10-12. Conway on the short end of that score. Lerome Thompson. That's Kaiser. Terry Clardy looking for it inside. Instead, it's going to be a block called as Lerome Thompson makes a good move to the basket. And Brian Flanagan got in the way. And now Lerome will be at the free throw line. Lerome was starting at point guard when we saw this team for the first time in the conference season. That's who Scott Ashby has come in and replaced as a starter, but certainly Lerome is still getting important minutes and is an integral part of the success of this team.
Yeah, Coach Longian just reached a point where he's trying out some different lineups, trying to see what was clicking and, what put the Cats in the best position heading into the state tournament. And sometimes certain players play a little better coming off the bench.
Get a chance to kind of get the feel of the game, how the officials are calling it, how the other team's playing. Tied at 12, 3.5 to go in the first half. First points of the quarter for Conway coming on the free throw line there. All right, so free throws upcoming. What do they have in store now? I see the little basket again. Charles Daniels, rather.
The suspense is killing me. Oh!
Okay. Oh! It was the alley-oop to Westbrook. Here comes.
Oh, man.
And what's awful is that it's just not working. Again. Will Kennedy just reached out and waving it.
He's trying hard.
Man. Shooting very well considering the curtain of distraction.
So got a final from the Bryant North Little Rock game.
Okay.
But it's the girls' final. So they're just finishing the girls' game. We're almost to halftime of the guys' game. But North Little Rock girls winning 64-41. So hopefully we'll have some scores soon from that guys' game as well.
And if Northside won by 10 tonight as well, and Fort Smith Northside was playing at Cabot, so they should have probably taken care of them by more than 10, then all three of those teams got the maximum number of points. They're still tied at 11-2, so that means that it will all come down to Friday night. Conway has the advantage there, though, so if the Lady Cats win by 6 or more, then they will be that number 1 seed. If they win by 6 or fewer or lose, then they'll fall to 2 or 3. Christian Williams, good move to the basket, but cannot finish, is fouled. And will step to the free throw line. We're tied at 14.
It's got to be pretty powerful having a former NBA player coaching you up on the side.
Absolutely, no. And, I mean, he is such a dominating presence anyway. And he not only coached or played in the NBA, but he was a longtime assistant coach for Arkansas Little Rock whenever the Trojans were having some of their best success. He was recruiting players and coaching on the college level, and it's obviously a tremendous amount of basketball knowledge that Joe Klein brings to this team and able to help Todd Ezai out. His son Will is a sophomore on the team. Wearing number 35, just like his dad did in the pros. Porter, give and go, and the layup is good. We're tied at 16. Ja'Kylan Kaiser scored a moment ago to give Conway their 15th and 16th points. Now we are tied at 16. That's Caleb London. Just inside the three-point line. Shot no good. Good rebound. And a finish by Terry Clardy. The 6'2 junior playing strong.
Clardy's skying it out there.
Lead is 2. Conway has scored 8 points here in the last couple of minutes. They were held scoreless for the entire first half of this quarter. Clardy skying again for a rebound. This is what I love about Terry Clardy's game. 6'2", can sky and can handle the basketball. Ja'Kylan Kaiser up strong.
That's what we like about Kaiser.
Draymond Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come down with a rebound, push your man out, get that easy bucket.
4-point lead for the Wampus Cats. Coming up on a minute to go in the first. Brian Flanagan with the ball, first half. Conway girls had scored 54 by this time in the first game. Shot is missed. Chance for the Wampus Cats to extend a 4-point lead here in the final minute of the first half. London, bounce pass inside to Kaiser. Got it. Man, I like Ja'Kylan Kaiser's game. 6 points off the bench.
Scott's nodding over here. Yep, I called it.
22-16. And they can't get the ball in.
Nice run here.
5-second call. They're going to get the ball back here. You're right.
Well, and you mentioned it earlier, this timeout situation. They only have 2 for the whole game. They can't take a timeout right there.
That's right. And they're just trailing by 6. This game is very much not in doubt.
Potential big swing here for Conway. They get this last possession finish it with the basket.
Kaiser gets the pass. Final 25 seconds to click off. Conway up by 6. They were up by 2 at the end of the first quarter, so extended that lead out a little bit here. Final 10 seconds. Off the screen, Christian Williams for 3. The shot didn't go, but that is perfect execution of what you're looking for there. Three-pointer at the buzzer, it doesn't go, and we are at halftime. Conway leads 22-16 over Catholic. Time now for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Kendrick with Conway Regional Health System. Conway Regional has been an important part of this community since 1938, providing excellent care with skill and compassion. But we're not just a hospital. Let me tell you about some of our fantastic facilities and services. Located off of College Avenue, just a few blocks down from the medical center, Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is equipped to handle a wide variety of problems for patients of all ages. If you need urgent care, and it's after work or on the weekend, the Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is open 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Conway Regional After Hours Clinic, your best option for after-hours care. Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home. With 4 locations in Conway and Greenbrier, some with extended clinic hours, our dedicated team provides therapy services, including physical, speech, and occupational therapy, aquatic therapy, cardiac rehabilitation, sports outreach, and pelvic floor rehabilitation. At Conway Regional, we are committed to providing all of our patients the highest quality of care.
(22-16) as we welcome you back to Buzz Bowling Arena. Cats are up by 6. What are the stats tell you? Anything different than a low-scoring slugfest between 2 longtime rivals?
Well, low scoring and poor shooting, really, for both teams tonight. So it's not just the fact that Catholic is holding the ball like they normally do. Conway only shooting 36% from the field. Catholic just 24% from the field. What's been the saving grace for Catholic is the foul trouble that Conway got into early, and the Rockets 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
Yeah, half of their points have come from the line.
And Conway, though, 5 of 5, which is not the usual for them.
No.
So that's a good sign for them as we, head towards state tournament action.
24-16 after Kylan Milton scores. He's got 4 points.
Kylan Kaiser leading the way for the Wampus Cats with 6 points. Perfect 3 for 3 from the field, as Stats pointed out to me. Stats man.
He loves
Kaiser.
Kylan Kaiser. 5-second call, good defense.
And another thing to point out as we go through the second half here, Catholic just 2 timeouts.
That's right.
You mentioned it as soon as they hit that number.
Well, and it was so early in the game when they did it that just seemed strange. And as long as this game remains close, there's a chance that could come into play. Jalen Fulton, long three-pointer, no good. Boy, Blake Bradshaw had to fight to get his arms up as Peter Fitz had his arms pulled down. And so the foul is going to be on him. That's his second. And it's going to be Conway ball underneath. London in the lane, too short. He went in and tried to tip it up, but instead he will be called for a foul, and that is his first.
And you got to find ways here in the second half to not get in that foul trouble early on again like you did in the first half. And it's little fouls like that add up over the course of a quarter and a half.
(24-18).
Daniel forcing the issue. He's got 10 points now for the Rockets.
Kylan Milton, 6 points now.
And Conway's brought out this press early tonight, but hasn't been as effective as they would like.
Ball fake, and a three-point basket knocked down by Josh Dawson.
That's just their first three-pointer made tonight. They're now 1 of 5.
We saw that Little Rock Central team on Friday night. We were live down at the Central Fieldhouse, and you made the comment that night a few times. It was really do or die for them. They had to win to have any chance. Well, that's do or die for them the rest of the way. They are trailing Fort Smith Southside early by 10, 22-12. If they lose tonight, then we'll know who the 6 teams are going to be.
Yeah.
Representing the 7A Central.
Yeah, and that was do or die for them, and they still are on the outside looking in.
Yeah. Now that's just too big of a hole to climb out of, but did what they had to do at home, give themselves a chance on Friday night, but to come back. I believe they're playing on the road tonight at Fort Smith Southside. And Southside playing for their playoff lives too. Foul is called on Peter Fitz. That'll be his third. The Bryant North Little Rock game, I think the boys game is just about to start. It seemed no update at all from there. And so again, in that game, if North Little Rock wins and Conway wins here, then Friday night, winner will be the 3 seed, and depending on what else happens tonight, the loser could fall as far as 6.
Yeah, and if Central loses, then, no matter what happens here tonight, Conway is going to have a berth into the playoffs.
That is correct. Tip up, no good. Yeah, Conway win or a Central loss will guarantee them a spot. 3, 4, 5, or 6, they'll have a spot and they'll be playing. They're invited to the dance. I know Russ Pennell, the head coach of UCA, has been talking about that. He just wants a ticket to the dance for the Southland Conference. Never know what happens once you get there, but if you can't get there, you don't have a chance. So that's exactly what these Conway boys are hoping for, and if it can happen tonight.
Well, and you start to look at potential matchups too, and of course we'll know so much more heading into next week, but even if they do fall to the 6th seed or the 5 seed and you end up on the same side of the bracket as North Little Rock, Conway's not afraid of that North Little Rock team if the Charging Wildcats end up with that 1 seed.
That's right. Well, and the teams from the West have struggled so much that even a 6 seed or a 5 seed from the Central playing the 3 or 4 from the West it's not going to be what you've seen in conference play.
So got a score update from the North Little Rock Bryant game.
Okay.
After one quarter, they're just finished their first quarter. North Little Rock has the lead 12-11 over Bryant.
Okay. Low scoring first quarter there too. Yeah, we're halfway through the third quarter here. A little ways behind us. Stolen away, not a good pass by Clardy. It's a 5-point game. Shot was affected, but it wasn't blocked. Flanagan with the follow, and it's a 3-point game here. 28-25.
After a low-scoring affair in the first half, this third quarter has come out a lot of points on the board.
Kaiser, fouled, will go to the line. We're going to get Jordan Meacham for the foul. Now the curtain of distraction works.
They're not even trying to use it.
No, they're not even trying. It's just laying there, and it caused a missed free throw.
Well, you did go down and snap a pick during halftime.
I did.
And then you came back and you asked me, well, what did Catholic finish shooting from the line? Did the curtain of distraction work? Catholic was 8 of 8.
8 of 8 was perfect.
Yeah. But, hey.
Couldn't have worked worse.
We had a lot of fun.
It was very funny. I appreciate their hard work. 29-25. Reverse.
Wow.
How about that? John Chase. 29-27. It's a 2-point game.
Oh.
And a turnover.
Conway went on that run there to end the first half. And you thought, hey, they might be starting to pull away in this thing. And just like that, we got a little barn burner on our hands.
Being outscored 11-5 here in the third quarter. That's Daniel, their leading scorer, with 12. Hand the ball off. Shot is no good. Rebound. Lerome Thompson will come out of there with it. Following the miss from Dawson. Clardy, left hand, soft. 31-27. 4 points now for Terry Clardy.
You look at this team, and I was talking with someone today, you never know what you're going to get with this Conway team. And they just don't have someone that can go out there and be a dominant scorer night in and night out. And I really feel like Clardy has that potential to become that. But then you've also got Milton and London. They're both younger players that have the ability to score as well. But you just want someone to come up and do it consistently.
Flanagan, Bradshaw on him. There's that offensive set that they have run forever. John Chase takes the pass in that little wheel, and he goes up and makes the shot. Back to a 2-point game. 31-29. Clardy. Charge. That'll be his 4th. So Terry Clardy going to have to come out of the game with 4 personal fouls. Kylan Milton and Caleb London checking in. Mays Porter and Jacob Pruss check in for the Rockets.
And you can't be a dominant scorer when you're on the bench with 4 fouls.
A wise man once said that. Something that we had talked about during the girls' game with Cardrina Nolan, that got to make sure she stays out of foul trouble because she can't affect things on the inside from the bench. Second personal foul on Caleb London. 31-29. Not sure what they... Now there's some going to give him a minute here to try to get some blood to stop on Chase Charles Daniel. I keep calling him Chase Daniel. He was a quarterback from Missouri.
Yeah, when I looked at it too, that's what I was thinking in my head as well.
We're professionals.
Number 10.
So they are going to bring someone in now. That someone is not on my roster, so that's good.
That's just great.
Number 5. There's not a number 5 listed here. 2-point game. Conway is leading at the moment. Got to win tonight. They control their own destiny. Couple of wins, and they are the 3 seed next week in North Little Rock. Jerome Thompson, good defense. That's Pruss. Man-to-man defense. Watch for the backdoor cuts. Ooh. Caleb Linden. Jerome Thompson got a hand on it, and it's Junior Williams. I was thinking of a few years ago. Christian
right?
Williams.
I do that all the time, too, when I look at them. Plus, they're both three-point shooters.
Yeah. Christian Williams with the good outlet pass and lead out to 4.
Junior Williams, he's been frequent retweeter of our social media this year.
Is he playing college ball up in Chicago?
I don't know.
We'll find that out before this game's over. I really do think that he signed with a college in Chicago and was going to school and playing some ball up there. Minute 1 to play in the third quarter. It is 33-29. Daniels comes back in. I bet if we tweeted it, he would retweet it, and then we would know. 4-point lead. Final minute. Daniel picks up his dribble. Pass to Dawson. They have gotten such easy baskets for years, just like this, spreading the ball, using the entire half court. Trying to lull you to sleep. Final 15 seconds. Leading by 4. The Wampus Cats finish strong here in the quarter and then have a good, strong final 8 minutes. All the way down to 4 seconds. And then a block will be called on Ja'Kylan Kaiser.
Yeah, he is. City Colleges of Chicago.
Okay.
Playing for Olive Harvey's men's basketball.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
DeMond Williams, Jr.
Oh, I never knew that.
We always called him Junior Williams.
I mean, when he was a sophomore, he was Junior Williams. When he was a junior, he was Junior Williams. His senior year, he was Junior Williams.
That was always a mouthful, Junior Williams.
Yes. 33-30. Well, good to hear from him. Hope he's doing well. He is living and going to school in a beautiful town. Love me some Chicago. 33-31. It is a 2-point game, so that's not good for the Wampus Cats. This could be good. Nope. 2-point game. Conway is on top, 33-31. 60 seconds, and the fourth quarter is next on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Hi, I'm Robin Dyer, and welcome to Burn. It's time to work out. This workout is going to be quick, something you can do at home for your busy lifestyle. Give me about half an hour, and I'm going to help you find your breathless edge. This is the workout that's going to be suited just for you. So come join me, and let's get fit together.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change, and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive, medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center, over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
33-31. They had 10 minutes on the clock. We don't play 10-minute quarters.
Getting some extra basketball tonight. They fixed it. They fixed it.
Bonus hoops. 8 minutes. That's what's on the clock, and here we go, 33-31. What do the numbers show you that Stat's been working on?
Colin Kaiser leading the way with 7. Colin Milton with 6 and 2 steals, and then a few Wampus Cats with 4 each. Jerome Thompson, Christian Williams, and Terry Clardy.
5-second call.
Catholic still perfect from the free throw line, 10 of 10. And Conway 6 of 7 from the free throw line. So shooting numbers have gone up, though, significantly up for Catholic in that third quarter. They're shooting 38% now. Conway shooting 39%. So it's been a close back and forth effort here in the second half.
Bradshaw will step to the free throw line. This will be important confidence free throws, not to mention the fact it's a 2-point game in the fourth quarter, next to last game of the season. So these are big free throws regardless, but Blake Bradshaw has struggled some from the free throw line the last few games, and so he's a big guy. He's going to play inside. He is going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line, and they're going to need him to knock these down. And that is nothing that he doesn't know. Got the second one to go, shakes his head, knows that first one needed to go too. 3-point game.
Well, and as you look at the foul situation, again, Conway 6 team fouls.
Yeah.
Catholic 10 of 10 from the free throw line, so you do not want to let them get back there.
Blocked. What a block. Kylan Milton comes skying through. Lerome Thompson has it. Williams. Entry pass to London. Great body control. That is what Caleb London does as good as anybody.
Classy students brought out the "You Got Swatted" chant.
Accurate. 5-point lead. Cats led at halftime by 6. Daniel, their leading scorer, is going to add to it. He's got 16. It's a tough move. He's just a sophomore. 5'11" sophomore. 3-point game. Lerome Thompson trying to double that up and can't. Milton gets it from London. Then back. It's that game when you throw the ball over the house and try to catch it. Did you ever play that game?
Over the house?
Yeah.
No.
I lived in a small house. But, I mean, we would do that. We would throw the ball over the house and catch it and throw it back, and that's what they were doing over the rim. You never really did that?
I lived out in the woods. I was a man of the
Did
woods,
you?
some
Were
might say.
you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was basically an only child. I had older siblings, but they were much older.
Oh.
And so,
You'd have to
who's
throw
going to
it
throw the ball to?
really high.
Yeah.
And be really fast to have any sort of catch.
Plus,
like
my
that.
backyard was kind of like it was like a hill, and I probably would have
You were a boy
fallen.
of the woods.
And yeah.
Well, then never mind.
I lived off of a dirt road.
When I grew up in the flatlands of northwest Oklahoma, in our one-story home on Gingham, you could throw the ball over the house.
Gingham style, was that the
That
style
wasn't
of the
a
house?
thing in the 80s. 88, class of. 38-34. Free throws upcoming for Kylan Milton. Takes a hard foul, and he will go to the line.
Milton yet to shoot a free throw tonight, so this will be his first free throw attempts here in the fourth quarter. Crucial.
We have talked often recently about his free throws and how he's gotten so confident there, and had a couple of games where he struggled on occasion. We'll see how these two look. They look like they look when he's really shooting them well. That one goes. Second one upcoming. Perfect. Bends his knees and gets that arc. They're nothing but net. 40-34. This matches the halftime lead for the Wampus Cats. And they're going to get the ball back. Turnover. Christian Williams tracked it down quick in the stands, handed it to the official. He was ready to go.
Look at him moving those legs. He's still ready to go. Well, when you're a three-point shooter, you get a little, your feet get antsy. You just want to go and plant them and take the shot.
40-34. Cats are up, trying to get a win and then get to Bryant on Friday night. We will have those games live for you, of course. Wampus Cats to go. And then after Friday night, we'll know exactly when the Cats are going to play. If they end up as the 3 or the 4 seed, which is a pretty good chance of either one of those things happening, they will play 2:30 in the afternoon, either Wednesday or Thursday. So might have to have a window open on your browser there at work. And
I might be doing 3 or 4 things in that game. Social media, camera,
and your other
commentating.
Yes.
Hey, whatever. I love it. I had someone at work today, my primary work. They're like, "Are you gonna be ready if they have a day game? You got your calendar clear?" I'm like, "I don't know. Don't matter.
Three-point basket by Brian Flanagan. He knocks it down. So it's 42-37. We will take a timeout as Catholic has taken their next to last timeout. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Hi, my name is Ashley Mann, and I would like for you to join me on my show, Breathe Yoga, on Channel 5. Each episode will consist of a 30-minute yoga practice that will help you along your yoga journey, whether you are new to yoga or an advanced practitioner. So if you've always wanted to try yoga but didn't know where to begin, join me on Breathe Yoga, only on Channel 5.
42-37. Mentioned it a moment ago. It's worth mentioning again. There are 2 ways that the Wampus Cats can wrap up a state tournament bid tonight. That's a win, which they are leading right now 42-37, or if Central were to lose. If Central were to lose, that would be their 9th conference loss. The next would be some teams could get, I guess Cabot and Southside actually could still lose 2 games this week. Well, no, Southside and Central are playing each other.
Right, they're playing each other,
So they wouldn't. But Cabot could potentially be. I don't know. It's a mess. It's still. This is why I had a rough day at work. Because about
you
the
had
time,
all the red yarn stretched out, all the push pins in.
About the time I thought I had it figured out.
Picture of Charles Daniel. You had a push pin on him.
But it was Chase Daniel from his Missouri days. Just a wreck. A big old pile of mess.
Big old. Oh, what
did you say?
I said a crazy handful of nothing. It was a Breaking Bad reference.
Oh, I thought you brought that.
No, my wife. I told her after, and she was like, "Well, you're the only one that would have got that." And I'm like, "Hey, if I'm entertaining myself, I'm doing well."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know for sure you're watching, or you're watching in real time.
And it was a Breaking Bad reference, but they stole it from somewhere else, so it's really like an old Western. I don't know, but
well, whatever it was, I laughed. I was giving you credit for it. Brighton Drake is in the game. Scott Ashby, Christian Williams, Ja'Kylan Kaiser, and Kylan Milton. Those are your 5 Wampus Cats on the court as we are down to the final 4 minutes of the game, leading by 5, looking to get a win and punch their ticket for next week in North Little Rock.
When you were talking about that Central, if they lose at halftime between Central and Southside, was a 10-point lead for Southside. That's got cut down to 3, so 33-30, Southside leads that game.
And I guess what I should have said, and before I got way too tongue-tied, if Central loses, there's no way that we would have enough losses to fall.
Yeah, so we would be
in the top 6.
Even at worst, the 6.
That's correct.
We would still make it.
Yeah, we would be ahead of them. So easiest thing to do for all of our sakes is for me to just let things happen and try to figure them out.
Like I said earlier, Friday it'll be a lot clearer.
It will.
I mean, the seeding from 6 to 3 potentially could still be very confusing.
Yes.
But we should at least know the players.
Well, we're in the next to last game of the regular season, and on the boys' side of things, I think that there's only on the boys' side there is no one who has wrapped up their seed. North Little Rock and Northside will be the 1 or the 2, but we don't know who's going to be what.
Yeah, and an update there, North Little Rock 24-21 lead over Bryant at halftime.
Okay.
So if North Little Rock wins and Northside loses, then North Little Rock would tie up that 1 seed. Seems unlikely, though, Northside playing Cabot.
Yeah, and Cabot's playing for their playoff lives, too. 42-38. We're past that halfway mark now of the 4th quarter. Ashby to Williams. Christian Williams. Brighton Drake continues to get important minutes for this team in the second half.
But it just really kind of shows you there's really no super dominant team in the 7A Central this year. I mean, North Little Rock 10-2, but we've beaten them three times this year.
Yep.
Northside, the defending state champs, to me, they seem to be the top of the class.
Yeah, I would agree with that because they came in here and played a great game, and Isaiah Joe didn't even dress.
Yeah.
And he's going to play for the Razorbacks
and
because of the concussion.
Conway could finish the 3 seed, and I truly believe that that's where they should be. They just haven't always played like the 3 seed.
Scott Ashby knocks down a three-pointer. First 3 of the night for the senior Ashby. 45-38, and I would echo what you just said. That I do think that they're probably the 3rd best team in the conference.
Yeah.
I think Northside and North Little Rock are probably on the season probably the first top 2, but
the last few weeks they haven't looked like it.
That's right. Big tumble there in the middle of the court. 45-38. Cats trying to get to the finish line and get a win and get ready for next week. Bradshaw gets the steal. Ashby affected that. Scott across the timeline. In the corner, Christian Williams pulled it down. Lerome Thompson. He's got the ball, standing on the tee in Cats.
And again, just a timeout situation here. Conway with 5 and Catholic down to their last timeout in the final 2 minutes.
Williams. Floater goes from just inside the three-point line, and Coach Longing will use his first timeout, and the Cats have their biggest lead, 9 points, 47-38. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5. Nine-point lead for the Wampus Cats, 47-38. Looking for a win tonight and to move to 7-6 in conference play. That'll be enough to secure a spot in the state tournament next week in North Little Rock.
Taking a look at some updated numbers for you. Kylan Milton leading the way with 8 points. He only had 2 in the first half. So he's come on strong here in the second half. And then you've got a couple of Cats with 7, Kaiser and London 7 each. And then Christian Williams with 6. And Bradshaw, sneaky 5 points here in the second half. Conway, that shooting percentage has gone up here in the last quarter. They're now shooting 43%.
Catholic still a couple of fouls to give. That'll be the 9th team foul against the Wampus Cats. And their leading scorer tonight, Charles Daniel, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
They're not perfect anymore.
Okay.
12 of 14, so
a couple of misses.
That run, but still 86%.
Maybe it's distracting to have
nothing
back there. A big old handful of nothing.
Crazy handful of nothing.
Handful of nothing.
Yeah, I was telling a colleague about that today, not about the same, but that play coming out of a timeout, trailing by 3, 10 seconds left, whatever the time was.
Yes.
And you had a chance. You drew up your play, and then you didn't even get a shot off. And that really has summed up the last couple weeks of frustration that these Cats have faced.
Yeah, if you look at the losses, they've been close, and so they've. You just want to be playing your best basketball now and finding ways to win, obviously. And you want to get into the tournament, and you're a minute and a half away from doing just that. Blake Bradshaw will take the offensive rebound and the follow and lead back to 9.
Christian Williams has just wanted to get somebody an oop tonight. Luckily, Bradshaw there able to clean it up.
Daniel with his 19 points, guarded by Lerome Thompson. Deep three is no good. Thompson cannot control the rebound. Josh Dawson with the attempt of the three-pointer. John Chase will check in for the Rockets.
Time becoming an issue here for Catholic, trailing by 9. Just 64 seconds left to go. They're going to have to get a quick shot off here.
And they do just that. Flanagan scores. Just one timeout, so they're not able to stop the clock there. Cats left to get it across the timeline. Ashby does just that and is fouled. That's just the 6th team foul, so they'll have to do one more foul to send Conway to the line. Of course, the strategy there for hoping for missed free throws. And
we were talking last week about how, you know, sometimes it's not the greatest thing to have just a few fouls late in the game when you need to foul and get people to the line.
They had to just commit a couple there, so Lerome Thompson's going to go to the line. 7-point game for the Wampus Cats. One and one for Lerome Thompson. 4 points tonight for Lerome. First one good.
He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Conway 10 of 12, so they've had a really good shooting night as well.
Got the second one to go. Those are big. Stretches the lead back out to 9 with 50 seconds to play. Stolen away. Ashby gets the steal and is fouled immediately.
By who?
Well, he said he held up 15, right?
I mean,
yeah, that was odd.
Like the phantom foul there.
So Ashby at the line.
These are his first free throw attempts tonight.
We talked so much about the senior girls during their game. We had more time to talk about it because the game was such a blowout and there's just the two of them. But it's certainly worth mentioning these seniors: Jalen Fulton, Scott Ashby, Blake Bradshaw. Stuart Lowe injured and not able to play, and Joe Thomas hasn't gotten into the game tonight. So you wonder if there may be some injury with him as well that just isn't allowing him to play, because you would think Coach would have tried to get him in at least a little bit on senior night. Three-point attempt is too long, out of bounds. Going to go the other way. Conway basketball. 35 seconds, and they lead by 11, their biggest lead of the night. Just holding on for a little bit longer here. Going to wrap up a spot in the top 6 in the conference. That means a trip to the state tournament. Girls have to win in Bryant by at least 6 to be the number 1 seed. Stats recognizing that there were 6 players on the court for Catholic.
That's not fair.
That is not legal in American basketball. Caleb London finds Christian Williams, who's waiting to be fouled, and will go to the free throw line. So again, here's the situation with the Cats. If they are the 3 seed in next week's tournament, they would play, the 3 seed would play at 2:30 on Thursday. So Thursday at 2:30 in the afternoon. If they fall to the 4 seed, they would play Wednesday at 2:30 in the afternoon. If they're the 5 seed, they would play late Wednesday night at 8:30.
Man, it would probably be even later, because
it would be later, you're right.
Those games tend to go long.
And the 6 seed would be at 5:30 on Wednesday. So if they're the 3 seed, they'll play Thursday. Otherwise, they would play on Wednesday night or Wednesday at some point. And we'll have those games for you. We'll have our crew there. Looking forward to that. It's always fun. I remember a couple years back when we were in Cabot. I mean, that was some of the most exciting games we saw, watching those girls, and Haley Estes hitting that shot. And first round was beating Cabot on their home court, and then coming back and beating Central, and then the heartbreaking loss to North Little Rock in the finals. And so we are looking forward to having state tournament action once again. There's nothing like it. 53-44. Free throw is good by Lerome Thompson. He's got 7.
3 minutes left in the third quarter. Southside up 48-41 on Central.
Okay. Blake Bradshaw comes out. Scott Ashby comes out, a couple of the seniors. And Lerome Thompson. Boy, what a evenly spread out scoring night. The 5 guys on the court have scored 8, 7, 7, 6, and 5. And those are just the 5 that are playing right now. That's it. Conway is going to win. Final score, 55-46, and that wraps up a spot in the state tournament for the boys. So the boys and girls both playing next week in the state tournament in North Little Rock. We'll know on Friday night after all the games officially when they will play, but both teams are in. The guys are in with a tough 55-46 win, improving now to 16-9 overall, and they are 7-6 in the 7A Central Conference.
Yeah, you talk about scoring tonight. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Wampus Cats scoring points tonight. A few leading the way with 8, Kylan Milton and Lerome Thompson. So Thompson coming on strong there in the fourth quarter, shooting some big free throws. And then you've got 3 Wampus Cats with 7, Kaiser, Bradshaw, and London. And then Williams with 6. So a lot of Wampus Cats scoring the ball tonight on a 43% shooting night from the team. 15 of 18 from the free throw line. That's a good stat as we move closer to the state tournament, because free throws have doomed this team in several games here in conference play. So that's a confidence builder. You know, not only getting the win, but good shooting performance too.
And a good shooting performance against a team that is hard to get into any sort of rhythm with.
Yeah.
That's part of being a good shooter, is you get in a rhythm. You just can't against Catholic in the way that they play. So a good win tonight for both teams. They get another win, they get another conference win, and both teams now officially in the state tournament next week in North Little Rock. Join us on Friday night. We'll be live a little before 6 o'clock. Then once the game tips, of course, we'll have it for you. Conway and Bryant.
Live from the friendly confines of Bryant.
It's they are confining there. It's a tight
I
little
like
space.
it. It's a fun little gym to play in.
We will be there live Friday night. We hope you'll join us as well. For our entire Channel 5 crew and for Levi, I'm Jeff. Thanks for watching Conway Corp Channel 5.